Oh, I found this skull chest. What's inside it? Oh, boring, normal magical item. Yeah, I'll just keep that. No, didn't find any magical items. No, nothing for you, I'm afraid. Yeah, no magical items at all. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great Player. And we are asking the question or making the statement of 10 signs that you are a loot whore. And I say that with absolute hatred. Loot whores are individuals who, generally take everything, keep it for themselves, or don't use it. And there are, in my opinion, 10 types, and I'm sure you're going to be able to add more to the list. So, without further ado, I have my little list of loot whore activity. Now, before you get your hair up, yes, I understand that there is a difference between your character who wants to grab and hoard everything and the player who wants to grab and hoard everything. If your character is the kind who grabs and holds on to treasure because that's their personality, I will give it to you, unless every character you play does that, in which case you are a loot whore. Now, just continuing the thought of magic items and gold coins and credit chips and blaster pistols and lightsaber hilts and all that kind of stuff. Remember, it is all make-believe. So even if you've got a character sheet that's got hundreds of items and that's worth millions of credits, it's all just make-believe. So don't get so tense over the stuff. Yes, it's nice to collect, but if you want to do that, go and play an MMO. There you can collect and hoard as much as you can until you have to buy a new box to fill up, so that you can fill up another box and another box and another box and another box with stuff. That's all imaginary. Bear that in mind. Loot whore number 1. The character versus the player. A character who wants to grab all of the loot, all the treasure, all the time, may be acceptable once or twice. But if the player continues to create characters who do that, it's no longer a character trait, it is now a player trait. You are a loot whore. Thank you very much. Take your seat over there. No, you may not take the seat with you. Thank you very much. You should learn how to share. Which brings me to the second one. Why don't you share? What possible benefit could you get out of hoarding everything? Oh, there's a dagger. I'm going to take that dagger. Yeah, but you don't use it. Oh, well, yeah, but it's mine. I found it. All right, don't share. Let the rest of the party not have any magical items whatsoever, or the few that you deign to perhaps share with them. Whilst you're walking around, I hope your GM is keeping track of all of that junk that you've now collected in your bags, sacks, and other bits and pieces where you hide things, because the weight should be wearing you down. Why aren't you sharing? It's not like it's real stuff. I can understand if you grab the bowl of chips and you don't want to share because they're just your favorite flavor. They are limited. Magical items are in the imagination and are thus unlimited. Number 3. The other type of loot whore is the type who goes, oh no, I don't want it. But you're the paladin, the +4 holy avengers, good for you. Yeah, but somebody else might need it more. I don't want to seem like I'm a loot whore. Well, you actually are in the opposite direction, aren't you? Because you're as frustrating as the one who's just going to take it and not give it to anybody else. If it was designed for you, if it was obviously for you, don't be too good-natured to say, no, you use it. Maybe we should sell it, yes. Unless it's your character, in which case, yes, that's fine for a given value of fine. But even the most pious character will recognize that that little weapon may just save lives and so might step over it. Even Gandhi wore a loincloth after all. Now, the next type is very similar to the type who doesn't want to take it. The next type is the type who just gives it away. I've hidden this amulet that I've found, which allows us to communicate with anything. I go to the blacksmith and I sell it for 15,000 gold pieces because I can't use it, but I want the cash so I can buy something else that I can. Well, by just giving it away like that, you're reducing your party's ability. Somebody else might have been able to use it, but if you didn't share it, well, now they can't, can they? Now you've got all of that lovely imaginary cash. Bah. Number 5. Now, this happens frequently with those of you that like to grab all of the magical items. Number 5 are loot whores who then don't use their loot. You have hundreds of pages of inventory stuff because you've been collecting it and hoarding it and gathering it and working out how to keep it in bags of holding because you seem to think that you need so much stuff. Except that you have so much stuff that during any kind of encounter where it might have been useful, you've forgotten about it because it's buried in the inventory. That's just as bad as giving it away, isn't it? If you don't use it, what's the point of having it in the first place? Now, that brings us to the next one, is the person who forgets. Oh yes, I remember I got given that sword. Oh, I forgot to add the bonus in, or I forgot to use its power. Can I use it? No, you can't use it now. You forgot. If you forgot, it means that you're not going through what you have, or you're not valuing it. If you're not valuing it, well, that's a reflection on the GM for not making it valuable enough to you. But if you just forget about it, why are you playing the game in the first place? Or do you not make lists or notes or look at your character sheet before you start the game? Anyway, number 7. Oh, look at this intelligent weapon. It's designed specifically for me. That's fantastic. Right, in the bag it goes with everything else because it's just a tool. It has a personality. It wants to talk, but it's in the bag because, well, it's a sword and I'm going to use it later on. Again, if it's the character who doesn't want to engage with intelligent items because they feel that they are just a toaster rather than an android, just a sword rather than the singing sword of Galagos who has tales to tell, well, that's fine, I suppose. But again, you're just leaving out the story option. If you just take it and you chuck it in with the rest of your tools, well, why bother getting it in the first place? These are supposed to be magic items. These are supposed to be rare. These are supposed to be special. These are supposed to have some kind of worth to the character, to the story. And if they don't, your GM is a loot-giving hoard GM thing. They should have some kind of value and practical application. And if you're not using it, well, then you are number 7. Number 8. Oh, look. It's a suit of plate mail. Yes, I know we have a fighter in the party, but my girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, pet, slave, whatever it is, I'm going to give it to you instead because you asked for it and it looks nice on you. Misallocation of items because of some kind of silly little notion of, well, it's my partner playing at the table is terrible. And there's another video out there, which you all know about, which refers to treating significant others with some kind of more than just my character and your character. It does influence the game in a negative way, doesn't it? It's very, 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 very unpleasant. Number 9. Number 9 is as insufferable as the individual who forgets that they have magic items, or the individual who throws magic items away, or the individual who just hoards them. Number 9 are individuals who randomly distribute the magic items. Well, we've got a sword, we've got a potion, we've got a scroll, and we've got some armor. We can't decide who's going where or what's happening there. So you get the sword, you get the potion, you get the scroll. Yeah, I know you're illiterate, but you can sell it. And you get the armor because you're a wizard and they like to wear plate mail armor. No. If your GM is randomly giving you magical items, that's fine. Then go with the flow. The GM is not doing their job properly, so you don't have to do yours either. But if you come across some kind of device in the real world that has some kind of value to your survival, it's not going to just be a random giveaway, is it? You're going to think about it, and if you don't want to think about it, you don't deserve it. And then number 10. Number 10 is the worst of all. Number 10 is the loot whore who goes, oh, I kill the monster. Right, we run down the corridor. Oh, I kill the other monster. Right, we pull the trap. We collapse the castle. Yay, we win. Where's the loot? Well, the loot's back on the monsters that you killed and didn't stop to search, and is in the dungeon that you just ran through because you were so impatient to get to the end that you didn't stop to look at the walls and in the secret passages, and that's where the loot is. But we finished the adventure. Give us a reward. We demand a reward. We expect a reward. It's buried. You buried it. You left it behind. You can go and dig it up if you like. The loot whore who demands loot after every adventure because they've completed it successfully is the very worst kind of person out there. You finished an adventure which you should have had fun doing. That should be the reward. Claiming a magic +1 sword afterwards and demanding that it gets given to you because you didn't loot, and now you want the loot? Well, that just doesn't make sense, does it? So if you are one of these individuals who doesn't commit to loot, or who doesn't step forward, or who gives it away, or who just hoards it all because it might be useful one day, or who forgets that they have it, you need to up your game. These imaginary things that we're using to tell our stories, they need to have some kind of value to you. And if you are giving them away, or if you are forgetting about them and that kind of thing, if it's a character trait, that's fine. But if it's a personal trait, that's something that you can work on, because hopefully the GMs from yesterday will have watched how to make magical items that have value and substance and story behind them, and that have some kind of thought invested in them. And if you don't have a thought for magical items or for treasure other than, oh, it's mine, it's all mine, well, then I'm afraid you, sir or madam, are a loot whore. Whether you agree with me or not, I'm going to find out, I'm sure, in the comments below, which I do still read, even if I don't answer them all, as I think next week is the Answering Your Questions video, so if you have any, throw those into the comments below. And until that time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can join us on Patreon, where we run Q&As, where we try and break down the benefits of magical items versus non-magical items, and all those kind of wonderful things. And we would love to see you there. So until next time, I wish you the very happiest of sharing is caring, and the correct allocation will save the day gaming out a bit of how to play out. Today's episode answering questions is great GM science and